everything we experience, so all the elements of experience, we will have entropy. So when we look in the mirror, oh goodness, there's some more grey hairs, there's some more crow's feet, or whatever it may be. Oh yeah, our sofa, there's a few more scratches from the cat, etc., etc. Right? However, whatever does the experiencing, there is no entropy there. And now this is a bit of a complex area, because I know I was having a little look at consciousness, and how difficult people find it to really even agree what consciousness means. But
Right.
one definition, if we can sort of stick with it, or just use it for just for this example, would be that pure field of subjectivity, and that's why it, a lot of people would agree with this, that's why we intuit that even though when we look in the mirror we're like, oh my god, I'm getting older, I'm in my mid 40s, I'm in my mid 60s, I'm in my mid 70s, but I feel just the same as I did when I was a strapping young man or young woman. And that links to that subjectivity. And again, I don't want to dwell too long on this, we might come back to this, but I just wonder what you made of that.
Well, yes, that's a very important thing to discuss about consciousness. Um, yes, we do have this feeling that, in some sense, there is a fundamental aspect of our consciousness that is the same now as it was when I was a child, just that raw awareness. And I think that one way to think about this is that this is a deep topic. So
Yes, no, I know.
uh,
I mean, I heard you talking the one you did with, I forget his name, the guy of Ukrainian origin. When you were
Lex
speak,
Friedman.
yes, that's him. Um, when you spoke about the ground of being that you experience in meditation. What's behind you, and he said, "Oh, I've got thoughts of what's behind me," but that's felt to me sort of pointing towards what we're talking about here. Not that that's necessarily a good explanation, but that's what rings up in my mind.
Yeah, yes. Well, for me, the thing about consciousness that's critical here is that there maybe a metaphor could help.
Right.
So if you look at your computer screen, say you're watching a movie on your computer screen, you're watching Star Wars or
You know
Star
me
Trek
well,
or
Don.
something.
Yeah, you know me well. Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Right, there's and each movie is really fun to watch and absorbing and so forth. But you realize, if you step back, the screen itself that was playing the movie, you're not really aware of the screen when you're playing the movie. That screen is truly remarkable. You could play trillions of different movies on that same screen. That screen itself, which doesn't call attention to itself. I mean, I'm paying attention to I'm watching Star Trek, or I'm watching Star
Mm.
Wars, or whatever the movie might be. I'm not really paying attention to the screen. I'm paying attention to the movie. But when you think about it, it's this screen that's very understated, that's allowing the whole spectacular thing of the movie that I'm watching to occur. And it could allow for billions of others. And so all of a sudden you realize my attention is on a particular movie, and I don't pay attention to the incredible power of this screen that is there, that could play any movie and countless movies.
Hmm.
And that's sort of the shift that you have in meditation. My life is absorbed in this particular movie. My body, my room, my car, the people around me. A movie is happening, and I'm completely absorbed in it, and I'm unaware of the screen on which that movie is being played. And that screen is not somehow divorced from me.
Mm.
It's not like there's me and then there's the screen. It's like, no, I am whatever I am is not anything in the movie. It's not my body. It's not my hands. It's I am that potential for infinitely many different movies. And that's sort of the shift that you get in the
Yeah.
spiritual traditions is from physicalism, which is being tied to the movie. You know, oh,
Yeah.
I'm really absorbed in the movie. To wait. There's something much more impressive. The movie's impressive, absolutely impressive, but there's something that is even much more impressive than the movie. It's the capability of showing any movie.
Yeah.
What is it that can show any possible movie? Well, that's what I am. That's hard to wrap your head around.
Yeah.
I can't I am that, and I can't know it by like writing equations. I can know it because I am it. So I can just be it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
can be it. But and by the way, our theory of consciousness actually has as a mathematical theorem. It's actually a theorem that you can never have a theory of the ultimate consciousness. You can have
Yeah.
theories of projections of consciousness, and so we have all these projected conscious agents, and we're fine, and we can work with those. But our theory says there is this ultimate one consciousness, which I am, and the theory says that we are infinitely far away from ever getting there mathematically. It's impossible to get there mathematically.
Yeah.
That's by the way, the power of mathematics is to show its own limitations, right?
Yeah.
It says precisely all scientific theories will always be infinitely far away from a final description of this one conscious screen, the ultimate one consciousness. So that's why I pause a little bit. These are not trivial ideas, but the basic idea is what we call space time in the world is just one movie that the
Yeah.
screen of consciousness can play. You are that infinitely potential screen that could play trillions upon trillions of different movies. This is just one. But we're wrapped up in this one movie. We've identified ourselves with a particular object in that particular movie. And the whole spiritual move is to say, no, you're not this little object in this little movie. You are the infinite potential, the screen that could do any movie, infinitely many movies. And you can't understand yourself by thought,
Yeah.
but you can understand yourself by just being yourself.